Okay, and welcome to your tutorial on area and perimeter of composite shapes. Okay, so what is it? Composite shapes are shapes that are made up of one or more basic shapes. So last lesson and the lesson before we looked at perimeter of basic shapes such as squares, rectangles, rhombuses, circles, and then we also had a look at finding the area of them. In order to find the perimeter or area of composite shapes, we must break them down into their smaller shapes. So a composite shape is made up of more than one regular shape, and we have to break them down in order to find the area or perimeter. Let's first have a look at perimeter. Okay, so I know I can see by looking at this shape that I have two clear shapes. Those shapes that I have is a rectangle, and I also have a semicircle. Okay, so let's have a look at and the perimeter is the area that goes, I'll highlight it a bit more. It goes from here all the way around. Okay, so first off, the first thing I do is I'll start with this side. I know that length, which will also give me this length because it's inherently a rectangle, and I know that. So the first shape is 17. Oops, actually I'll show you how I do it. I'm gonna write shape 1. I'm going to call that S1 and I'm going to call that S2. Shape 1, the borders of shape 1. Now I have to remember I don't actually involve this because this is on the inside of the shape. Okay, so don't actually include that bit because that's on the inside of the shape. So shape 1, that's this one here, and that's shape 2. Shape 1 is equal to 17, the perimeter, plus, that's along there, plus 14 down there, plus 17 along the other way. Okay, and then if I calculate that up, 14, 17 and 17, I get an answer of 48. Okay, so I get an answer of 48 equals 48 centimetres. Okay, because they're all in centimetres. Now, in order to work out this shape here, my perimeter for a circle is worked out with the formula 2 pi r. Okay, 2 pi r, or pi d. Now I've just got all this working here. I might just move that up just a little bit. Okay, move that up just a little bit. Oh, I can't separate it. That's all right. I'll move it just up there, just for the time being. Okay, so actually I'm going to delete it. Excellent. Okay, I'll write that again. Shape 1, shape 2, shape 1 is 48 centimetres. Okay, I'll leave that there for the time being. Now, to find this shape here, sorry guys, I use the formula shape 2 is half of, because I know it's a semicircle, 2 times pi times my radius. Okay, or I could also use pi times my diameter. Now I've actually been given the diameter, so I think I might use that. Okay, because I've already been given the diameter, I think I'm going to use my other formula. And my diameter, I've been given 14 along here. I've looked at this 14, and if it's 14 from here to here, I can assume it's going to be 14 from here to here. Okay, so it's half times pi times 14. And if I plug that in on my calculator, I get an answer of 21.991, blah, blah, blah. I won't take that number out of my calculator. I'm going to leave that sitting there for a moment, and I'm going to add. I'm going to go 21.99, whatever it was, and I'm going to add 48. When I do that, I get an answer of 69.991. If my final answer is 69.991, if I've rounded that to 2 decimal places, it's going to be 69.99 centimetres. Okay, and that's this area from the perimeter, from there, 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 and then there. Okay, and that's the perimeter of the shape, guys. That's how we work it out. Okay, when we find the area of this shape, it's going to be a little bit different. Okay, the area of shape 1 here is worked out from my formula from last time, length times breadth. Okay, so shape 1 is equal to 17 times 14. Okay, and if I put that in on my calculator, 17 times 14 gives me 238 centimetres. Okay, gives me 238 centimetres. Now, I'm going to have to delete that working just for the moment. Okay, 238 centimetres, shape 1 equals 238 centimetres squared. Okay, that's shape 1. In order to work out shape 2, okay, I know I work out the area of a circle, in this case it's a semicircle, with the formula pi r squared. Okay, now because it's only half of a circle, shape 2 is going to be worked out as half times pi r squared. Okay, half times pi r squared. So I'm going to substitute into that formula. Half times pi times, what's my radius? Now, my diameter here is 14. I knew that from my last question. If my diameter is 14, my radius is going to be half of 14. So my radius from here to here is going to be 7. Half times 7 squared. Okay, and if I chuck that into my calculator, I know that that's 49. Half times pi times 49. It gives me an answer of 76.96902, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to get rid of that. I'm going to leave that in on my calculator, and I'm going to add the 238, just so I don't ruin any rounding. Okay, and I get an answer of 314.969, okay? So 314.969 centimetres squared. If I round that to 2 decimal places, this is a 9, so this guy is going to go up and become a 7. So my answer for this question is going to be 314.97 centimetres squared. And that's it, guys. That's working out perimeter and area of composite shapes.